Virgos, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for this week of October 12th. I'm so sorry that this is late. I'm finally getting back into it. I was working on a lot of different projects, a lot of different clients, but I'm happy to be back. Now, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, so please be sure to check all three, not just your sun sign. And if you're not sure what's what, there's a free link down below. All right, Virgo, let's just ground out and focus really quick, and let's just see what this week has and what guidance we're just receiving for everybody. So I'm just going to ground out really quickly. Ooh. All right, guys, I'm loving it. The Knight of Coins, the Eight of Cups, Queen of Coins, Page of Coins, Knight of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. Virgo, I love this. This is really about buckling down and creating a foundation and a life that has so much more meaning to you, not just purpose-wise, but emotionally, spiritually. When we have the Knight of Coins right out the gate this week, you're buckling down and honoring those commitments, those goals, all those projects and shit that's left like loose-ended. You're honoring that. You're honing down and you're accomplishing a lot. When you have it with the Eight of Cups, you're doing this because you're desiring more. You know that there's more out there for you, that you deserve more, not just in relationship, but in purpose. Spiritually, career-wise, it doesn't really matter, but you have a desire to move forward, to create, and you recognize that the rubber needs to meet the road at some point. Yes, visualizations, affirmations, prayers, meditations, all of that is good. But the universe needs you to move those feet. It can provide the energy, but what are you doing with it? Are you say, oh, I want a different job? Well, are you updating your resume? Are you putting yourself out there? I want a healthy relationship. Are you going to therapy, meditating, cord cutting? What are you doing? It's action, action, action. And this, the universe is loving, because this would show me that everything is already manifested. But in order to receive it, we have to align with it. And action is the surest way, because action is emotion and affirmation, intention in motion. Now we have the Queen of Coins. Now this is all about being practical, being wise with your money, investing it in your home and your foundation to nurture yourself and others in ways that perpetuates healthy growth and support. I love the Queen of Coins because while practical, she's also very warm and creative and sensitive, very DIY. You might say, I want to really have a solid foundation physically, materially. You don't have to have all the money in the world to do that. You can use what you have. You can do secondhand. You can work with what you got. The Queen of Coins is successful not just because she's smart with her money, but she's a little MacGyver. She makes things work. She's not penny pinching. She invests in things that are going to grow, that are going to invest back in her. Now, you have the Page of Coins on top of that. And this is showing that you're having a learning curve here. Virgo, be a lot more patient with yourself, because you're growing, you're learning, you're educating yourself. This is really good news when it comes to finances, money, education. You guys are learning new areas, of life, of traditional education, or just the school of hard knocks. This is about you learning to be more dependable and patient, and learning that it takes time to kind of come into your own, but you're doing it, Virgo. And I love to see this, because so many it's easy to complain and victimize and say, I wish, I want, desire. Well, what are we doing about it? And you are doing something about it. You're honoring this. And I love this because you're being guided. When you have the Knight of Coins as well, you tend to have someone who's looking out for you, looking after you, whether it tend to be a male, but could also just be a guardian angel, someone who's guiding you along this path, because you deserve more, and you're giving it to yourself first. You're nurturing yourself, and you're really taking very sensible approaches. And you're okay with this challenge because it's kind of fun and it's creative, kind of like the gym when you pick up a little more weight. It's like, ooh, but then you grow. You have the Knight of Wands. You recognize that when you do this, Virgo, you're actually going to really love it. I mean, you are an earth sign, so doing things in the arena of your material world, of your foundation, of your stability is really going to sing to your heart because that's what you love. And you're going to recognize as you actually physically build, mentally build, emotionally, energetically create, that it's going to actually fuel your motivation. It's going to fuel your passion. Some people wait for motivation to hit and then they do something. Well, it's a little flipped for you, Virgo. You're going to do something and get shit done and push against the grain, and it's actually going to motivate you and you're going to go after it. The Knight of Wands is passionate and self-assured and adventurous. And this is great because this motivation is all that you need, Virgo. You don't need to know every single outcome. You just know that you're creating and building and you're feeling more solid and grounded as you do it, which makes you want more, right? It's like when we get those endorphins after working out or dancing or doing something fun and we're like, I want more of this. And what's good about this is that when you do this, it's actually just going to speed your manifestations up. This passionate energy kind of gives you a time is of the essence kind of feel, but you're moving and working with it. Yes, think things through carefully. I have no problem with that. I know you're going to do that. You know, Virgos tend to overthink, but you overthink for good reason because you care. Now you have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the card of abundance, prosperity, homes, marriage. It's all of your manifestations in form. You've already done the work internally, energetically, but now as you build, things are going to flow in, Virgo. This can be anything from having this incredible happy home life to finally building a solid foundation to bloom and earn and grow and create from. The Four of Wands is the manifestation already in form. It's coming and you are creating. Now, some of you guys might be buying new homes, getting married, building a life with somebody, or building life with your family, or just creating your own home and foundation. On that note, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the card of traditional partnerships or foundations. Marriage, it tends to represent marriage. It can also represent corporations. It can represent anything that's traditional in nature, homes, partnerships. It can also attract like-minded people and partnerships and mentors to guide you. The universe is bringing in not just the foundation, but all the cornerstones and people and energy necessary to build this out. It's already informed, Virgo. I love this. I love this because you're actually taking action. And I know Virgos can kind of get a bad rap for overthinking sometimes, but you're actually doing it. And as you do it, not only is it flowing in like a cornucopia, you're being motivated and after blessing, and it's creating the life and the prosperity and the love and the relationships that really matter to you, Virgo. You're nurturing yourself and others and home, and it is just growing. It's like a garden. It only needs some sunlight and water, right? And that tender attention, and it's just blooming. I want to say congratulations. To have the Four of Wands and the Hierophant represents lots of you guys getting married, lots of you are moving in or having a much more sturdy relationship or even non-traditional partnerships. So congratulations in that level of commitment and love and foundation and building from the ground up, and you really are getting things moving and sorted, Virgo. I think this is wonderful. Blessings to you all. If you like a more in-depth tarot session, a soul reading, a healing session, my links are down below. Otherwise, I will see you next week for next week's readings.